Wonderful. So thank you all for joining me for a 60-minute yoga class. We're going to do mostly 26 and 2 style of yoga, but we will start with 3 runs of sun salutations just to warm up the body. So for the sun salutes, you're welcome to come towards the top of your mat and stand with your feet close together. I'm going to stand back and show you in periphery. Take a moment just to stand up tall, drop your shoulders, lift your chest, take a slow inhale. And a slow exhale. Okay, bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead as if you were saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Stomach in, place your hands on the floor and relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or eventually the floor in front of you, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor and step back, either into a high plank or tabletop. From here, hug your elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other, and then try to press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, and relax your head down. If down dog doesn't feel right for your body, come onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Reach your arms forward as you sink your hips down. Every tabletop can be a plank or vice versa. Every down dog can be a child's pose, and if that lowering down motion between your plank and down dog doesn't feel right for you, skip it. Go right from your plank or right from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. On your next inhale, hands on the floor, look forward and step forward. Lengthen into your halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Relax your head. Inhale, come on up, arms with your ears looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, weight forward in the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. So you can go from here directly into your down dog or child's pose, or take a vinyasa, stomach in, lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, or sink your hips down for child's pose. So for child's pose, forehead to floor, stretch your arms forward as you sink your hips down. For down dog, press your heels down, lift your kneecaps and hips up towards the ceiling and relax your head. Spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, reach to rise, arms with your ears come up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Last one, inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, hips up, heels down, down dog. So for the last down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. You might need a slightly wider stance. So contract your quadricep muscles, push the floor away from you, hips up, head down, look for your shins behind you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, reach to rise, arms with your ears, look up overhead. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that's our little warm up. Hopefully you got your blood flowing. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. We will now begin our 26 and 2 yoga practice, starting with pranayama, deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Bring your feet together, toes, heels, touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles under your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate. Meditate and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, chin down slowly. Bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up as you exhale. Open your mouth wide like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Stretch your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Make this the most relaxed exhale so far. Breathing from the bottom to the middle to the top of the lungs, lungs empty, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, last breath in the first set, spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time, eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in, keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. Second set, I will show you from this side. Feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles under your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through the nose. Lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back as you stretch your arms forward. Exhale, more, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, glue your ankle bones together, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up, lock your legs, weight stays in your heels, hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thigh muscles tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale, open your rib cage wide, stomach in, expand your rib cage, expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up even as you exhale, stomach in, eyes open, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down, 2 more breaths in the second set. Look straight ahead. Can you bring your elbows back as well as up? Exhale, head up. Can you grow taller even as you exhale? Chest up, stretch the arms forward, keep exhaling. Empty the lungs, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in 1 more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. Half moon with hands to feet pose, Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Nice, tight grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left. Right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller. Okay, good. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Push your hips a little forward. Squeeze your palms together. Upper body back. Touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing. Stretch up out of your waist. Try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing. Absolutely straight lines. Slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows or knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your hips a little forward, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward, keep your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower, petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right, coming down without bending elbows or knees. It's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm bending to the right, when in fact I am bending to the left. You are welcome to follow my words or my body. Know that in this style of yoga, we will do the right side first. So we did the right side, and now we're bringing the body down, stretching to the left, come down, push, chin away from your chest, come down, push, squeeze your palms together, come down, push, change. Inhale to come up, first back bend. This is the only posture I cannot show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head all the way back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake, look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lift your chest and bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine backward bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, and upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and then bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, stomach in, bend your knees, fold. Put your hands on the floor, relax your head, and go for a walk. Move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Relax your head, face to shins. Below the knees, no room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels. Roll forward like a wheel. Lift your hips up. Push your knees back. Stretch your spine. Good. Change. Come up. Arms with your ears. Knees can bend. Very nice. Arms down. And you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, maybe switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly drop to the right as you press your hips to the left. Keep your jaw relaxed, mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward. If your eyes are wandering, your mind is wandering. Let this be some time just for you. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push your hips to the left, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch tall, and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. Come down in a straight line. Without bending your elbows or knees, continuously push your hips to the right beyond your flexibility, creating a stretching feeling on the right side body. Bring the weight back into your heels, push your hips a little more forward, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your right hip forward, keep your two hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open. Relax your head all the way back as far as it goes. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Imagine you're tracing your fingers along the ceiling, down the back wall, whole spine backward bending, whole front of the body stretching. Keep the weight in your heels. If your knees are bending, come up a little bit, lock your legs, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Put your hands on the floor, relax your head, go for another walk. Move your hips, shake your head. You've been here before. Notice what's a little bit more loose, what's still a little tight or tender. Things that are tight or tender, take care. There's no rush or force involved. Things that feel a little bit more loose, go for it. Second set, Padastasana, bend your knees. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Everybody roll forward and pull. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your legs. Good, change, come up, arms with ears. Knees can bend, very nice, arms down, and you let that one go. Awkward, Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right, about 6 inches, hip width distance, not too big of a step. Insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight. Stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in, now lean your upper body back, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, try to fall down backwards at the end. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide. Now come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees want to go way in or way out, keep 6 inches between your toes, heels, knees, and hands. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, heels down. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come just a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down. knees together. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down until you're a ½ inch off your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, relax your jaw, and change. Slowly come up, knees together, hips forward, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, not a super big step. I'll show you from the side. Insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, stomach in, bend your knees, sit down. So in the first part, you want to stick your butt out and fold forward to get your thighs parallel to the floor, maximum weight back into your heels. From here, suck your stomach in and start to lift up. Lift your chin up, chest up, change. Inhale to come up. Keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward. Concentrate, meditate, levitate. Lift your heels, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. It's one of my favorite yogic verses in a rap song by Exhibit. Concentrate, meditate, levitate, sit down, change. Inhale to come up. Last part, heels down, squeeze knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down. Imagine you're sliding your back down a wet marble wall. Stop when there's a gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and down. Lift your chest up and change. Come on up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we will do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right elbow under left elbow. At first, you can grab shoulders, eventually cross again at the wrists, palms together. You can interlock your fingers or have hands in prayer, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle so that one day all 5 toes are visible. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. And if you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. We'll do the left side. Swing your left elbow under right elbow. Cross first at the elbows, again at the wrists, palms together, thumbs towards your face, pinkies away from your face. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, and bring your left leg over your right leg, left over right, cross twist, and eventually wrap your left foot. Doesn't have to be today. Bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, sit down more, pull your elbows down, arch your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, right in second set. Swing right arm, zoom, under left arm, palms together, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg. Think hamstring over quadricep. So notice if your knees start to twist to the left, right? Bring your knees to the right, push your left hip a little forward, upper body to the left. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankles, weight back in your heel, sit down more, lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, last one, left arm, under right arm, palms together, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Notice if your hands are going to the right of your face, bring your hands to the left, back to center, and then you want to pull the right shoulder down, evening out shoulders and hips. Relax your jaw, bend your knees, sit down more, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, float your arms down. Party time, you can grab a sip of water here if you want. Cheers. Cheers. Hola, Sonia. Okay. Sandra. Okay. Cool. We will continue with standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janushirasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, stomach in, round down, and pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Nice, tight grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid concrete, one-piece lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. If you've got a grip on your foot, you know your standing leg is locked. Slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, that's too easy. No lower, that can hurt your back. Standing leg locked. If both legs lock, start to bend elbows down. Try to bring elbows in, touch elbows to calf muscles, bring your chest down more. One day elbows go below your calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot and lift your left thigh up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back. Option to stay here or start to round down, maybe just an inch today. Slowly over time, you'll pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. And if you'd like, you can lift your knee high into your chest so you start more upright. From here, lift your right kneecap and lift your left leg up. And it's a real kick. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending a lot, posture hasn't started, rather than like pushing the knee back, think about lifting your hips up. Then when both legs lock, start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, stomach in. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, hips forward, heels back, stomach in, lock both legs. Change, slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend, or a knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot. Lift your right thigh up, flex your toes back, engage your abdominal wall. Remember, you can stay here or slowly over time, you round down and pick up your right foot, webbing to webbing grip. Lift your left kneecap, relax your jaw, and slowly lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, slowly bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance, slowly tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Change, slowly reverse out. Good, last one, shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Lift the right kneecap up. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, suck your stomach in, round down, and pick up your left foot. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Here we go, lift your left leg up. Make sure you're breathing. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, keep pressing your hips forward, toes back. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse out, just the way you went in. Good for you. Okay, that was a forward curl. Next we do a big back bend and spine twist, standing bow pulling pose. Feet together. Bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right and give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. Bring your left arm up and your right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes. Take a breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come over the top of your head. From the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulders, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body, body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Good, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back. Without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. Bring your right arm up and your left hip forward, knees together. Squeeze your right thigh, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and go for it. Slowly charge your body forward as you kick your left leg back and up. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. So kick really hard. Slowly body down to parallel. Keep the chin and chest lifted. Body down more, leg up more. Charge your body forward. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot. Right hip forward, left arm up, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Make sure all 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, Palm of your left hand faces the floor. Get your left arm parallel to the floor and keep kicking. Body down, chin up, chest up, big toe up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Last one, left hand up, out to the left, reach back. You can do it. Pick up the inside of the left foot, knees together, right arm up, lock your right leg, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Standing bow pulling pose, a bow like an archery. Some people say that your right arm makes the arrow, piercing the air. Left arm and leg make the bow. Iyengar takes it a step further. He says body is the bow, posture is the arrow, but the target is the soul. Doesn't really matter if you can do the standing splits, but it matters that you like the company that you keep within yourself. Body down, leg up, kick, 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 change, slowly come up. Does that make sense? Like, you know, the posture, right, is the means, but the end is the soul, right? Getting to know yourself. Come to the back of your mat and towel, Tula Dandasana balancing stick, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs and lean back. Step your right foot forward, a big step, lock both legs, point your left toes, lift your chest and tilt like a seesaw. So what if it wasn't about the postures? What if it was about you? What if the postures were just a means to an end? Bring the body down, leg up, stretch, change, left foot down, right foot back, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, stretch up and tilt. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor from the side. Body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella, chest down, chin forward, heel up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Second set, arms up, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes and tilt. Charge your body forward. Shoulder blade scapula coming out of the body, chest down, chin forward, heel up, heel up, heel up, stretch, change. Good, left foot down, right foot back. Last one, step your left foot forward, lift your right foot off the floor first, stretch up and then come down. Chin forward, chest down, heel up, chest down, chin forward, body down, heel up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. For the next three postures, we balance on two legs. You're welcome to come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for traction with the feet. I will continue to face you. Standing separate leg stretching, Dande Manabikapapada Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. You can turn your toes in or keep your toes pointing forward. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. So for this posture, don't be afraid to experiment with taking a bigger or smaller step, or to turn your toes in a little bit more, or just have the insides of your feet parallel. You want to find a step where you can grab your heels, roll forward, and touch your head to the floor. Now, if you have a long torso, it might be easy to touch your head to the floor, right? But if you have long legs, I'm so jealous, take a bigger step. If after that you still can't grab your heels, start by grabbing the outsides of your feet so you can pull or even place your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward. Bring your body weight into your big toes. You could almost lift your heels off the floor. Lift your kneecaps up, lock your legs, pull, stretch, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, come on up, and we're gonna flow to triangle pose. Once you're at the top, turn your right foot out and take a wider step. Good, bigger step. Bend your right leg and sit as low as you can. You might need to bounce a couple times to warm up the hips and knees, and then just sit down low. Keep your spine straight in the middle, hips down to the floor, and just move arms. Right elbow in front of knee, left arm up to the ceiling, 6 and 12 o'clock. Stretch down, aim your fingers between your big and second toe, but don't actually touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Come up, just the elbow in front of the knee. Now look up and stretch up. Drop your left thigh down, push your right knee back, turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Good, change. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg. Right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. For this posture, same as the last one, don't be afraid to play around with taking a little bit of a bigger or smaller step, or maybe turning your right toes in a little bit more. Bend your knee, sit down, and move your arms. So often when we're having trouble in this separate leg series of postures, it might be as simple as adjusting your step. Eventually push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow, suck your stomach in, and look up towards the ceiling. Reach the right arm up, stretch the left arm down, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in, and bring your arms up. Palms together, just cross your thumbs. You might want a slightly smaller step. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. If you're on the long side of your mat, you'll face the back of your mat. Standing, separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana Bikaptapada, Paschimottanasana. Turn your left, Jani Shavasana, turn your left toes in, push your left hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Round your spine, suck your stomach in, bend your right leg, touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. To touch your knee and head together, you're welcome to bend your front leg, or you guessed it, take a bigger or smaller step, or turn your back toes in more. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl. Left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room or the front of your mat. Uncross your heels. Turn your back toes in, and then you can move your right hip forward until your hips are in line. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Arms with ears. Pay attention to how you're going into the posture. That's how you'll reverse out. Stretch your fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bend your front leg if you need to. Touch knee and head together. Bring maximum weight into your front foot. Lift left hip up. Press right hip forward to keep your two hips in line, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, hands together first. Don't skip that step, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good. Pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, and float your arms down. Second set stretching, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, toes in, heels out, lift your chest, and go down. If you touched your forehead to the floor in the first set, take a smaller step. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, take a bigger step. Grab your heels, the outsides of your feet. Remember, you can always start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward. Lift your hips up, lift your kneecaps up, lock your legs. First the legs stretching, then the hips stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching, 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up. Second set triangle, turn your right foot out, take a bigger step. Okay, bend your right leg and sit as low as you can. Keep sitting down, right leg should make an upside down L, a 90-degree angle, lean back and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling. You want one long diagonal line from your ankle all the way to the crown of your head. So hips sitting down and chest lifting up. Chest lifting up, hips sitting down. Make the turn, twist upper body back, look up towards the ceiling, lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, stomach in, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So eventually, you want to imagine that you could do this posture like flat to a wall, right? So left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Drop your right thigh down, push your left knee back, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, arms up. Second set, head to knee, Jani Shavasana. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in. Push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. The 60-minute version of this class goes pretty fast, but I encourage you to still take your time in transition. Sometimes when we hurry in and out of a posture, that's where we get like a little bit hurt, right? So take your time, bend your front leg if you need to, touch knee and head together,
Stretch your fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight into your front foot. Right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms with ears, head up last. Pivot on your heels. I'll show you from the front. You want heels in line, but not crisscross. Turn your back toes in, and then you can push your hips forward until your hips and shoulders are square with the front of your mat space. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly go down. So when we move slowly, right, it's a little bit easier to prevent injury. And when we move slowly, we actually gain more strength, more balance, more control. Bend your front leg, touch knee and head together. If your hands are separated, see if you can walk them back together, maybe thumbs crossed, maybe palms together. It helps with balance to have the weight in your front foot. Left hip up, right hip forward. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together first. Change, slowly uncurl, biceps with ears, chin to chest, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat space for tree and then toe. Squeeze your left thigh nice and tight and lift your right leg up. Touch your heel to your costume. Hold on to your foot from underneath the foot with your left hand. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your knee. You want to feel it in your hip. Right hand, and if you can balance, left hand. Option to stay here or float it to, oh look, I look like a tree. That's so perfect, right? You see why it's called tree pose. Pick a spot on the floor 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes and start to fold forward. Hands to floor, walk your hands forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. This posture is called toe stand because you're standing on your toes. Left hand, right hand, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor, lift your hips up and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Good for you. Change. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. And at first, especially if you have a tight knee, maybe your foot's on your shin, your knee, your thigh, eventually heel to costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. You'll let your left knee drop down. Left hand, and if you can balance, right hand. On the other side, my foot stays in place, but on this side, my foot falls a lot. If it feels good to keep your heel touching, you're going to keep your hand under your foot so you get more of a hip opening. You can stay here or float a toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor and fold forward. Concentrate, meditate, levitate. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Left hand, right hand, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. Good. Change. Hands to floor. Lift your hips up. Push your hips forward. Reverse, reverse. Good. And change. Left leg down. Honor yourself. Give yourself high five, fist bump. Turn around, Savasana. I'm going to adjust our camera angle ever so slightly. We are on the floor for the rest of class. Okay. Let's see here. Great. So lie on your back. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing, normal, slow inhale, and slow exhale. A friend of mine sent me this video clip from the 90s of Oprah interviewing the author Toni Morrison. And Toni Morrison was talking about, back when she started writing and she was working at a publishing house. So she was in the field of writing, but she wasn't like an acclaimed author yet. And she started talking, at the time she had children, she was raising her kids and writing books wasn't enough to pay for, just to raise them, right? So she was working at this publishing house and she said she started thinking about, gosh, all the obligations she had in her life. And so one day she wrote down a list of all the things you have to do as a friend, a mother, a daughter, a coworker, right? Like somebody who, is involved in a religious organization, all these different things. And she wrote out, and it was a list of 40, tasks that she had to regularly do, or 40 obligations that she had. And then she thought to herself, well, let me change that and ask, like, what are the things that I would die without? Like, not what am I obligated to do, but like, what if I don't do it? Will I die? Will I not be able to like function anymore? And the two things she came up with on that list, right, it went from 40 to 2. The two things were raising her children and writing, right? And so I've been thinking about that a lot, especially in the holiday season, where for many of us, our obligation list skyrockets. And it's out of a place of love usually, right? Like we want to make sure that everybody has a nice time. You want to make sure, we're sending cards to loved ones and, Zooms this year and all that stuff. It's often out of a place of love, but that obligation list gets really high. So I encourage you to think about, apart from just like, what do I have to do today? What are the things that if you don't do today, you won't feel very good? And I realized on my own list, yoga is always there, right? Like I might not do yoga every single day. I do believe in taking breaks or days off, taking Sabbath or rest for sure. But I realized on my list, and this can be different from your list, yoga is something that if I don't do, I don't feel so good anymore. So especially this time of year, I just encourage you, if you find yourself caught up in what your obligations are, your to-do list, take a moment and think like, what is essential and what fills my cup, and dig in there. We continue Pavana Muktasana when you're moving pose, right? Leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in your lower abdomen. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down and hold still. Head on the floor, pull down a little extra harder and freeze. Don't move, don't even blink your eyes. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a really big hug for coming to class. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Second set, right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, pull your knee out and down. Try to keep your left leg on the floor. If your left calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, flex your left toes back to your face. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. It is easy to overdo this. Notice if you're rolling way to the left, make a muscle with your right arm, try to get right shoulder, right hip, right thigh on the floor. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself another big squeeze, your knees together and down, head on the floor. Press your shins into your forearms to roll your hips onto the floor. Tuck your chin in a little bit, puff your chest up, softening neck, shoulders, middle spine, lower spine, whole back, flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, please skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Lie down on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up. Bring your feet together like a cobra's tail. Lock your legs, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down, look to your right, left ear on the towel, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Take a good breath. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor, feet together. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So this is the first of 4 postures that we do on our stomach. It's called the spine strengthening series. All of these postures we're lifting up to strengthen the muscles that surround the spine, and they're also back bends, right? You're opening through the chest and shoulders. Change, slowly lower down, look to your left this time, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels open. As you inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. As you exhale, let your shoulders release to the floor.
Locust Shalabhasana, chin forward, arms straight position. Rotate your arms so palms face the floor and bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands don't overlap. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Change, right leg down. Lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Lengthen to lift. Stretch your big toe to the back wall and lift your thigh. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. Spread your fingers wide. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. Struggle a little harder, don't give up. Mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your legs up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out. Look to the right, left ear on the mat. Breathe in. Eyes open, breathe out. Second set, chin forward, arms straight. Rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you. Chin forward, lock your right leg. Here we go. Point your right toes, lift your right leg up for 10, 9, 8. Lock your leg, 7, 6. Lift your thigh, 5, 4. Shoulders down, 3. Eyes open, 2. Hold, 1. Change, right leg down. Relax your right leg. Lock your left leg. Point your left toes. Lift your left leg up. Spread your fingers wide. Root down through all 28 knuckles so that the weight's evenly distributed on your palms, shoulders, and triceps, not just your wrists and elbows. Change. Left leg down. Grand finale. Tuck your chin and mouth down. Kiss your mat. Mwah. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. Squeeze your butt. Lock your legs. Point your toes and lift both legs up. You want to use your forearms and hips for leverage. Mouth down, shoulders down, knees together, feet together, soles of the feet flat to the ceiling. Lift your thighs up. Change, lower down, arms out. Look to the left. Take a slow inhale through the nose. And an even slower exhale through the nose. Full locust, Purna Shalabhasana, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Everything lifting up like a 747 taking off. Just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow, feet together, lock your legs, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right and breathe. Getting a good breath between every set of every posture. Second set, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, squeeze your buns, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift. Everything lifting up. This posture is so good for your back muscles, right? You're lifting the whole upper body off the floor, strengthening, lengthening the muscles that surround the spine, and opening through your shoulders and chest. Shoulders, that's a new one. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up. Come up a little higher at the end and hold. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, flip to the left, eyes open, jaw relaxed, mouth closed, breathing normal. Dhanurasana floor bow, last one on the stomach, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, or just one foot in the first set, and second set, switch it up. Otherwise, both feet, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up, and kick into your hands. Good, continuously keep kicking, very nice, without stopping, without intermission. In this version of floor bow, you wanna roll forward, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do the little sips of air in and out through your nose as you balance on your stomach. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, look up, kick, kick, kick. Nice, change, lower down, look to your right, breathing in, and emptying out. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet, point your toes, squeeze your tush, look up, and kick into your hands. Good, continuously keep kicking. So this posture is good for digestion. It's a great shoulder and chest opener, and it's a nice way to strengthen the whole back of your body. Point your toes, you're engaging your hamstrings, your glutes, your back muscles, body down, thighs up, kick, 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 kick. Good, change, lower down, look to the left. Good, bring your chin forward, hands to the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat and towel for fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana. I will show you the next three postures from the side in the first set. So we're gonna start in tabletop. Open your knees, open your feet, and start to walk your hands back. Eventually you'll sink your hips down between your heels. Might not happen today. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time to take pressure off of delicate joints. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, stopping anywhere you feel a point of pain, left elbow down, knees never come off the floor, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So even within our yoga practice, there can be a difference between gosh, what do I feel obligated to do in class versus like, what if I don't do it? Will I not have a fulfilling yoga practice? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the top of your mat, second set, open your knees, open your feet, slowly walk your hands back, slowly sink your hips down. Put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Take a slow inhale. Even slower exhale, just breathing into the posture, breathing into any tight spots or corners of your body. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So some of the things that I sometimes feel obligated to do in class are like, make sure that my outfit looks okay. Is my mat lined up properly or is it at a weird angle? Beyond that, make sure that I'm demonstrating the postures well. You gotta touch your head to your knee, right? You gotta suck your stomach in. Those are obligations, but when I look at it, those things actually don't make my practice. I'm going to suggest to you, again, to look at what do you actually need to do? And for me, the list is very simple. No matter if it's a 60-minute class or a 90-minute class, there's only one thing that I need to do to have a good yoga practice, and it's simply to breathe. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the back of your mat and towel. So make sure you're breathing, half tortoise, Ardha Krimasana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. You're welcome to put one or both hands on the floor to help you in, otherwise forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, tilt your pinky fingers down, get elbows and wrists off the floor, the rest of your arms are in the air. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, arms with ears. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So sometimes even in yoga, we think, oh, I have to have everything just right? This is a microcosm or a macrocosm, depending on how you're looking at it, of everything else. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're a perfectionist outside of the room, it is very likely that in yoga, you become a perfectionist here as well. And then yoga offers us this safe space where we can let go of those tendencies that aren't so helpful and just actually focus not on our obligations, but what really fills our cup, right? Whether that's breathing or relaxing your shoulders or loosening your jaw, whatever that is for you. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the back of your mat and towel, second set, half tortoise. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Change, come on up, arms with ears, nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. And I think this style of yoga actually sometimes attracts type A personalities because the whole thing is it's the same, right? So you have this semblance of control, this semblance of what's coming next, right? It's familiar material. At its best, that can be deeply comforting and meditative
At its worst, it gives us this fake idea that we're in control, which like I think throughout life we realize like we're not really in control, right? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the top of your mat and towel, Camel Ustrasana. Open your knees 6 inches between knees and feet. Place your hands on your lower back. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up, and relax your head back. You can stay here or keep your hands on your back and go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here or right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels yet, keep your hands on your lower back. It is safer for your spine. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back. Change. Put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Acknowledge any sensations occurring. It can be on a physical plane, emotional, psychological, or spiritual. Sometimes this posture, this deep back bend and heart opener can release some tension. Sometimes tension we didn't even know we had. Legs together, arms over your head. Do it again. Tuck your chin to your chest. Go. Sit up. Good. Come to the top of your mat and towel. Second set. The only way out is through. If you have tight knees, roll up your mat a little bit so you have extra padding under your knees. Look at that. Open your knees 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Sometimes the solution is so simple. Put your hands on your lower back. Maybe bring elbows closer together. Push your hips forward. Relax your head back. You can stay here or go back halfway. And eventually in the future, right hand, left hand, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your HEELS heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back. Good, change. Put your hands on your back, push yourself up, turn around, Savasana. Take a slow inhale, even slower exhale. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat and towel for rabbit, Sasandasana, our deepest forward curl. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, and lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. If your grip is sliding or your feet are coming off the floor, ease up. Press your feet down, pull on your heels, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So again, at its best, I think 26 into yoga is deeply meditative, deeply comforting, even spiritual maybe. But at its worst, when we think that because we know what posture comes next, that means we can control other things, then I see things like kind of weird things start to happen in class where we get kind of obsessed with the obligations and not so much the things that actually fill our cup. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat and towel, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. If there's a gap between your knees and head, walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Lift your shoulders, squeeze your heels, press your hips forward, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, turn around, Savasana. And I've seen this play out in some kind of interesting ways. Like in studio, I've seen things where like, somebody, sets up their mat in the wrong place and another student is freaking out and is like, they didn't follow the rules, right? Because that illusion of control was unveiled for a second, right? They didn't follow the rules. They set up their mat in the wrong place and everything in the world comes tumbling down. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good.
We're gonna do one set of head to knee with stretching, just one set. Right leg out, left leg in. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. You can bend your right leg, no problem. Just touch your knee and head together. Bend your right leg as much as you need to touch your knee and head together. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, two legs make an L, a 90-degree angle, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. If it's easy for you to touch your knee and head together with a bent leg, keep going. One day leg straight, one day leg locked, bend elbows down, suck stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign, and sit up. Good, Paschimottanasana stretching. I'll show you from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, and scoot your butt back. In this posture, rather than rounding your spine, you wanna arch your spine. Keep your chin and chest lifted. Knees can stay bent, you just fold forward with a flat back. Eventually you will straighten your legs or even lock your legs. Puff up your chest and fold forward, stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change. Stay seated for spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to left knee corner. Right hand behind you, left hand up, circle left hand over right knee, grab left knee with left hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder and twist. You can keep your right hand behind you. You can also grab your hip, your waistband, one day your inner thigh. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good. Change, unwind, swap out your legs. Bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee corner. You can also keep right leg straight out in front of you. Left hand close behind you, right arm up and over. Grab right knee with right hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. So you can keep your hand behind you or try the half bind. Wrap your left hand behind you, grab inner right thigh. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, eyes open, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. And you know, at first, practicing on my own at home, there's this illusion of like, well, now that nobody can set up their mat in front of somebody else, like that stress is gone, right? But of course we just transfer that to somebody else. So for me, my stress is now like, oh, like, you know, my sound isn't working or my webcam isn't working, right? We'll always have that stress when we're reminded that like we can't control every little detail. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. Final breathing, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. Sit up tall. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. All you have to do is exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall. Arms straight, shoulders down, fingers together. Here we go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back. Turn around, final Savasana. Close your eyes, open your arms and legs. So if you ever find yourself in class just being like, if only I could fix my mat, then I would have the perfect yoga practice. If only my audio wasn't going in or out or the computer wasn't freezing, I would have the perfect yoga class. If only, right? You'll never get there. It's exhausting. Instead, yoga offers us a different way where while we can't control external factors, we do have control to have the perfect yoga class simply by letting go of expectations about what that perfection actually means. You have the control right now to take a life-giving breath. You have the control right now to relax your shoulders, to soften your brow, and let your hands and feet be heavy. There is no such thing as a perfect yoga class, a perfect yoga practice, a perfect yoga body, perfect yogi, right? It's all an illusion. But what we do have access to is a well within ourself of deep compassion for ourselves, a little bit of humor when things go astray, a little bit of perseverance, determination, and patience. You have all of that within yourself, all of the ingredients you need right here to have a wonderful final Savasana. Take a slow inhale, slow exhale, and all is coming.